at night. At night. At night. At night. At night.
Oh no! Oops, I muted that. Whoops. Where's the window? Oh boy. My Discord isn't popping up. There we go. Holy mother of mercy. There we go. Oh my gosh, I still have to put it all the way at the top. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, there we go. Alright, podcast time, let's go!
Alright.
Fun time. Infinite DP. I love that.
Infinite what?
I don't know, it says infinite DP on my thing, and it's like, what? That's not how it's supposed to be.
No.
But welcome to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with my good old teammate and co-captain of the Counter-Strike team, returning after a while, the man, the myth, the man, the myth, the legend, the Pesto.
What's up? It's been a while.
Oh yeah, we've missed you, buddy. A lot of
Really?
stuff has changed for Forsaken. We almost had a scare.
What happened? What happened with that?
Well,
What's that?
long story short, we ended up merging with the org that was failing, and they wanted to bring us down. It was
Really?
It was terrifying. It wasn't Nike's fault. It's just they sugarcoated a bunch of bullshit, and we were like, that's not how it's supposed to be, Chief. Like, I have some questions. And the client, especially with, why are you guys failing, and why do you guys want to merge with us? And long story short, they're just like, oh, we want to merge with you guys because we want to start fresh. We're like, wait. What do you mean start fresh? Oh, with your team and our team, or with our bodies and your bodies, we'll combine to make a brand new team. Why? Why do we need a brand new team?
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's like the best way to go about it.
Here was one of the biggest things that they said, because I was in a call with them when I first met them. Nike was talking to them. We wanted them because there was more numbers, but the thing they wanted from us, they wanted us, the Counter-Strike roster. They had a Call of Duty roster, but I guess that roster was failing. They wanted our Call of Duty team, but what we got in return was the Halo team. That's it.
That's it?
That's generally it. They just wanted our Halo team, or they wanted to give us a Halo team, and in doing so, we'd start fresh, we'd get new sponsorships, or we'd work to get new sponsorships, and it was just like, it sounds good, but the sad thing about it is, where was the benefit for us? It just sounded like...
So they basically just wanted our org to manage their teams while under their name?
Exactly. Pretty much a retake. They wanted to rebrand us and start fresh from us. And we're there like, well, why can't you just join Forsaken? Oh, we don't like the name Forsaken. Well, then don't do business with us then, because this is something that we worked our butts off. We already have a name for us. Why start fresh?
Yeah, we have a name. We have teams already invested in different leagues. Pretty good teams from what I've been seeing from the from the records. You know,
yeah.
I haven't seen any of the COD games, but I've watched a couple of the Counter-Strike games. Really.
Oh yeah, the COD games have been good. The Counter-Strike games have been really good. Just the reason why we took an L last time was, again, just everyone's out of sync, and just a couple small mistakes that just became big and persistent. We're all good now. I think we just need to get a good practice, and everyone took the L a little hard, but I think at the same time, though, we just got to be humble with ourselves to realize that, hey, we're not always the top dog. We can lose some of these games.
No, I think it's best to get that loss out of the way,
Oh,
especially since the team's still growing competitively in the league. League wise, it's best to get that first loss
yeah.
in the group stage, in the regular open stage, not the playoffs. Because if you go into a game into the playoffs and you lose first map at a best of 3, and you haven't experienced losing a map, it just kind of sets you up in a bad position, really.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I'm kind of glad that we did take this L because we're still in the top 10 for open, and that's not a bad thing.
Oh yeah,
We still got to be in the top 10 to move up to intermediate. That's the goal. At the end of the day, we just want to get intermediate. If we win money at the side, yeah, that's cool. But it's open is one small step. It's intermediate we got to get into.
yeah.
But
It's just getting to that point and maintaining the team, because a lot of stuff can happen in between seasons.
yep. So that's pretty much the goal. Counter Strike team's all right. COD team's doing good, especially with the new league they're in. Oh yeah, big hopes for them. Definitely going to be something to watch out for. Besides that, we are getting a Valorant team and a Rocket League team. So far, we have
Oh, wow.
3 GCs.
Oh, that's great.
So definitely, that's going to be a big boost in our freaking.
That's a great start right there to get that going.
Honestly, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, Valorant, and Rocket League. I think that's what we need to focus right now because a lot of competitive games, I don't see Overwatch 2 becoming competitive just yet. The game hasn't fully released.
It's still in the beta. It's still too early for that. You could dabble with it when the game comes out, when there starts to become a scene that grows,
Yeah.
But to full on invest right now,
What was
especially there's going to be a bunch of changes for Overwatch 2.
What game was it that was like it was a beta, but then they instantly made it into esports?
Valorant.
It was?
Valorant kind of did that, because obviously it's by Riot Games, and League of Legends, with how successful that's been.
Good old League.
Over the years. They kind of came in wanting to compete with Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
So the beta came out, and then when the game was released, there was tournaments being set up pretty much right away, I think.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember like just Valorant right off the back was like, oh, it's already gonna be in esports. We're already gonna play it. And it's like, whoa, we haven't even. Has the map's already been practiced? Has the map been tested?
No, yeah. Valorant definitely has been turning out a lot better, I think, recently with their esports scene. It's starting to grow more. Now that there's LANs, they're having in-person tournaments.
Oh yeah, no. Where are you going? I was gonna let you finish. My bad.
No, that's chill. It just sucks seeing the state of the NA scene. Just some cross esports as well.
Dude, the only NA esports that's going successfully is Halo. That's genuinely it. Halo is the only one.
It's always been like that, huh? Though. It's always been Halo for NA.
Dude, because that's NA's game at that point.
Yeah.
The thing about it is Halo has always been the pride and joy. That's why I'm saying if we get a Halo team going, we could see our team pop up inside one of those majors one day. And now, is the competitive rank for Halo something I don't know? Yeah, I don't know how the rank system works. I do know once you hit Onyx, though, you're in a world of pain. Because it's just a fucking one match after another. It's always going to get some kind of pro. But even then, I heard that the pros don't even hit Onyx. They're so busy with the competitive scene, they don't even do like their own ranks.
Oh yeah, it's like in Counter-Strike. It's like most pros aren't even like the highest rank, at least in matchmaking.
No, because no one does matchmaking competitively anymore.
No one plays matchmaking. Yeah.
No one plays 64 hertz. 64 ticks.
64 tick.
Yeah, I kept saying hertz for some reason. And it's just like, no one does that. Even the pros don't even touch that with a 6-foot pole. They're always like, oh, face it.
Oh, yeah, it's face it, ECA. That's the way to go. That's how you compete. Because that's where all the pros are. Especially face it, FPL.
Oh, yeah.
EU, specifically.
Honestly, I just hope that there's an FPL coming out soon. I haven't heard that there isn't one coming out yet because of the major.
A new FPL season, or
is there one coming out? Because I haven't heard of one.
I'm pretty sure it's still going on.
It is?
Yeah, I'm
Damn.
pretty sure it's continuous
Okay,
because it's
gotcha.
not like it's just solo queuing pretty
Oh,
much.
okay, gotcha.
It's not a actual league like ESL Pro League stuff like that or
Oh,
like
okay.
Blast.
Okay.
It's just a place for pros to play and for up and comers
Okay.
to get their name out.
Which something we're gonna have to
Pretty much.
do real soon. I say after this season, we're definitely gonna do more outreaching with other tournaments and all stuff. Just right now, I think everyone's being stretched a bit thin. A couple of guys on our team have some college stuff to do, especially both Dylan, Shed, and Ben.
Oh yeah, I saw about Chad.
Yeah,
Tough decision, yeah.
he's actually gonna stick with the team. It's just he's gonna focus on
All
his
right.
schooling, and I respect that at most.
No, yeah.
And even then, I will say this though: I'd rather have him do something he enjoys than stay with the team and kind of punish himself.
No, yeah. That's why like why I left. I absolutely love playing with the team, you know? I
Yeah.
didn't want to leave. I absolutely didn't want to leave. But at the end of the day, it's something that I had to make. The decisions that I had to make for myself.
Hmm.
And sure, I did at kind of a bad time, but also like right before a scrim. But we had everyone ready for that day. You
Yeah,
know?
we did. And like I said,
And
it wasn't like, okay, you leaving was not bad. We all respect that, and
mhm,
we're all going to continue to respect that. Honestly, that's why I had the numbers. That's why we had the people for a reason, because of that. Because in the end, we all have a life to live. It's not just something we're just going to just be like, oh, dedicate 120% of your life to this team. No, we're not paying you. The Horror's not paying us.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
something. Even then, even if we were still getting paid, you still have to focus on your life because at the end of the day,
yeah.
a lot of Counter Strike players, I don't know what they do on the side. A lot of them go to content creation, and that's it. Tarek,
Even like a lot of tier 2, tier 3 pros, they're not even like getting paid full time
mm-mm.
to be a pro. They're some of them are working on the side, some of them are streaming on the side, you know.
Yeah,
It's like they have to do other stuff to manage their life, really.
and that's the thing. Ever since pretty much being yeah, no, franchising was a thing. That's always been one of the concerns. Like, oh, how do esports players make their money? Oh, well, they do streaming on the side. They have to.
Yeah.
Because the money they
Yeah.
make, majority of their money goes to the org. Yes, they have some money on the side, but at the end of the day, that's a one-time payment for how many months?
No, yeah.
I get it. We have like the ESCA, the pro circuit that happens. We have Blast, but the thing about it, all that you have to win consecutively just to make a decent pay.
Yeah.
Even if you
Like
win $10,000, that's good. You have to work with that $10,000 for how many months before the next time you win?
no, yeah. That's one of the things that I like that ESO Pro League is doing is that since all the teams have to pay to be in there,
Mm-hmm.
the teams that qualify in there that aren't invited, those players do get a bit of pay as well,
Oh wow.
just for playing, and it's great because it like helps out those players. You know, it helps grow the scene, even if it isn't like doesn't help out like the players, the teams that aren't in there. It helps those players keep going and keep stay motivated.
Oh, nice. That's actually no, I didn't hear about that. I knew that once you get a challenger, then you might get some profit out of that. But even then, that's still that's a journey, especially NA.
Yeah, NA's something else.
NA Counter Strike. How do it? It's literally you hammering a nail that doesn't want to go in.
Yeah,
That's
that's a thing. It's like they keep doing the same things over there. They keep recycling the same players throughout the same rosters. It's kind of like how the French scene was for a while, the CS
mhm,
French scene,
with Kenny
where
and them.
it's yeah, Kenny, yes, Apex, RPK, Shocks, MBK, all those players. They kept getting shuffled around between different teams, making up slightly different rosters, slightly different cores. But it's at the end of the day, they just kept doing the same thing.
Yeah, honestly, this major is going to be an
This
interesting one.
major I've been I haven't watched much of the games, but the one team that I've been watching a lot is Imperial. I'm
Oh,
so sad that they didn't make it to Legends. They were so close to tying that to winning that game on Vertigo.
mm-hmm. But one team I am impressed with is Fallen's team. Or no, actually no, they didn't.
Yeah, that
No, they didn't win. Oh
they,
yeah,
did-
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah. They lost.
yeah, Imperial. They didn't make it. They lost 16-2 on
Ah.
Inferno. I think they messed up with that by choosing Inferno and not going to like Overpass or something like that.
Mhm. At this point, I think
Because Inferno is that's a tough map. To start
Inferno.
off on T side.
Honestly, yeah, Inferno. It's either you have good executions or you have good frags at that point. But no, this major, I'm gonna say I might pick him. I chose FaZe. I think FaZe can
Oh
do it.
yeah,
Even though Navi did start off really fucking strong, I see FaZe and Navi going at it. I don't see.
FaZe.
I don't.
Their form in the past couple tournaments has been the best.
Well, honestly, I think, in my opinion, bring back Rops or not Rops. Who's the roster right now? It's Rain,
It's
Brokey.
Rops, Rain, Brokey, Kerrigan, and Twist.
Bring back JK.
JKS.
JK.
I doubt that they'd bring him back. Because he was just a stand-in for Canavisa, I believe it was.
Yeah, but even then, with JKS, that roster, I think it can win the major. I'm not saying Rain's not good. It's just, if I was Org, I'd pick the winning roster that won Katowice. It's not to jinx or anything. It's just, in the end, who won Katowice? Was it Rain? It was JKS. He popped the fuck off. And who did they beat? Who did they beat at Katowice? It was Navi, right? No, it was G2.
Yeah, it was G2. Yeah.
That I still believe Rain has potential. I think they can do it. It's just I believe in the end it's JKS could. I think FaZe could bring in JKS to win that. But again, they've been doing good so far. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I just hope I get myself the plat token, not simply gold, because I'm low-key pissed with my pick'ems. The challenger stage, I missed it by one because Bad News Bears beat MIBR, and I was hoping for MIBR to make it. And then I only got 3 right because Liquid fell, Cloud9 flopped, and G2 flopped.
Oh yeah, that did G2 make it through?
No, G2 lost.
They didn't.
They lost.
Really? I thought that they made it through.
No, they lost. They got beat by Imperials, I believe.
No, no. I'm
Or
pretty
was it
sure
through?
G2 made it through.
No, they didn't. They're not.
Because
in the
really?
They're out of the major. G2 is out of the major.
Oh yeah.
I forgot who knocked him out.
Who knocked him out? Furia.
Yep, the Brazilians.
That's right. That's right. I remember
The
seeing
the
how
Brazilians
sad
are
Monty
back.
was.
The Brazilians
after that.
are back, ladies and gentlemen. This might be the year the Brazilians come back.
What I would have loved to seen would be a full Brazilian
Oh,
grand final.
Imperial versus
Furia, Imperial, the new god versus the old god. That's the thing that I love about esports and Counter Strike is just the storylines that can be told with it.
Mm-hmm.
Just the veterancy of Fallen, Fur, and FNX with how far back those guys have been playing for.
Mm-hmm.
FNX back to 2004.
Dude,
Since he was 14, he's been playing professional.
I'm surprised they didn't get
Counter-Strike.
Taco back.
Yeah. I think Taco still would have been a great addition.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the roster that they have is a solid one.
Oh, Imperials, yeah.
For them to keep going with. It sucks not seeing Cold and Taco there, you know?
Dude, I'm gonna say this though. Seeing Fallen with a good roster and actually beat Liquid out, like last longer than Liquid, I have to say that's redemption. Like Team Liquid, eat your heart out. You deserve
They even
that.
beat Liquid in the legend in that stage right there.
Yep. Eat your heart
It's
out,
like-
Team Liquid.
Like, if they just let Fallen take the reins completely, you know, instead of switching between IGL, between Stewie and Fallen,
Yeah.
that's a lot of their issues.
Well, I still say this. I'll say this once and I'll say this over again. When it comes to Team Liquid, the biggest problem that we had was Elige. When Nitro left, Elige collapsed and it just went south. I'm sorry. Elige is the golden boy for Team Liquid. He did help in 2019. He did a lot of shit. But the thing about it is when Nitro left and Leash collapsed, and then he expected everyone else to work well. I'm sorry, Team Liquid should have never lost Twist. They should have probably just benched Leash, kept Stewie, brought in Grim, kept Nitro. But I get why I get why Nitro left. He tired out. But the sad thing about it is switching to Valorant was not the move. He should have just taken a break.
Yeah.
He should have just taken some life, some R&R. But going to Valorant was not the move. Yes, he would have rejoined with Hiko on them. But even then, Valorant is a totally different game. You can't just simply switch from Valorant to CS:GO and be like, "Oh, I know what to do." No.
Yeah. Did you actually see what Twists said about NA Valorant players?
No. It's probably something.
He was saying that they don't have the work ethic for Counter-Strike to be playing CS:GO,
Mm-mm.
and that they're just in it for the easy money.
No,
that's I agree with that.
That's the most true statement, and he's not even U.S. He's Canadian. The sad thing about it is Canadian players have more respect for Counter-Strike than actual United States players. United States players, they just play it because they're like, oh, I can do good. It's easy tap, point and shoot. It's like, no, there's more to Counter-Strike than you think. You just simply just saying.
That's why Twist left Team Liquid.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just the culture and NA across the board. It's that everyone wants to be a superstar.
Here's what
no one wants to put in the work.
Team Liquid's roster. If I were to say like mold the roster, Stewie, Twist, Neff, OC, Fallen. I would want that. Let Fallen IGL. Let Twist and Nav do what they do best. Let them fucking frag out. Let Stewie, if Stewie IGL'd, oh my gosh, that would probably be better because Fallen Op, Stewie IGL, Twist Nav, and OC. Okay, you have 3 oppers there. You have 2 riflers, but Stewie can rifle. Fallen can op, but even OC is proving he can just rifle. He doesn't need a fucking op. Some of his clips are fucking good.
OC's the best NA opper right now.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt. He isn't limited to the op like some oppers.
Yeah.
He can rifle, he can op, he can do just about everything,
And if not,
he's Liquid's next superstar, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. And how much I'm bet 10 out of 10 Alicia's gonna get mad jealous.
Yeah. That he has.
Mm-hmm.
That he still has, I'd say.
Because at the end of the day, I just think Team Liquid followed because there was toxicity. There was toxicity among one player. It wasn't Stewie. Stewie's just toxic in general when it comes to just LAN tournaments, but he's not a dick. One of the biggest problems I think is there was a major ego, Elige. And that's what I'm going to say. And if one day if I ever meet Elige, I'll just be like, hey, he's a cool player, but I don't know the guy personally. From what I've seen player-wise and what I've heard, he's a good Counter-Strike player. He did rise up to the ranks, but at the end of the day, I don't think he's, especially with him being a co-owner now.
He's a co-owner of Liquid?
Yep. I didn't know that. They made him co-owner.
I completely missed that.
He has some shares when it comes to Liquid now. But yeah, no, that's my thing with Liquid. Overall, another team to talk about is Australis.
Astralis, ooh, they bombed out. They didn't even make it to the top 16.
Nope, they got knocked out of the Challenger. And a lot of the problem is just that roster, in my opinion, I say sign Device back. Get Device back. I think what the Glaive and Zipix need is they need Device back. They need Device back. Keep Blame F, keep Config, but sign Device back. Nip does not use him anymore. That is a waste of potential. That is a waste of money. Yes, he's under contract, but sign Australis. If you hear me, if you ever find this video, sign Device back. Nip aren't using him. Please get your opper back, because your new opper is not living up to the fucking expectations. Yes, he can get some clips here and there, but consistent wise,
I'd like to see them. I know that they've been a roster since the last major, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least mainly, besides Far League. I'd like to see them keep Blame F and Config, at least.
No,
if they were to do anything. I think maybe getting rid of Glaive and Zippix at some
Yeah.
point to kind of shuffle up things, freshen up that teams, just freshen up the team, you know? Because after a while, like look at Fallen, when they started that MIBR project, you know,
Yeah.
they kept doing a lot of same things that they used to do, and there wasn't really a lot of fresh ideas within the team.
Yeah. It just shows that age does kind of reduce the skill level you're used to be at. I will say.
Yeah,
That's where I do agree. Like, yeah, bring in some fresh new faces because at this point, Glaive is a legend, but I don't want him destroying his reputation. If he were to retire, he would be retired as a legend.
oh yeah,
If he keeps trying to push more and more, I get he wants to probably win one more major. A lot of the old veterans want to do. Anyone from 2018 at this point just wants to win a major and retire,
yeah,
and I get that.
yeah.
Even just, I'm surprised Kerrigan didn't retire after Katowice, but I know what he's going for. That one major.
Oh yeah,
I-
Kerrigan, absolute legend in the game, you know.
Rain, I know Rain 100%. If they win this major, I think Kerrigan and Rain will retire, or
That's
at
the
least
thing.
one of
There's
them.
so many amazing players that just deserve a major, you know, that should win a major, but that's how Counter Strike is. That's how competing is.
Nico, I'm sorry, Nico, the Stockholm major. I'm sorry, I was rooting for G2. It's good for
Oh,
Simple
yeah.
to win a major back at first in LAN. I'm like, great job to Navi, but Nico, I'm sorry, Nico deserves it the most. He's literally carrying G2.
Yeah,
Like these like they have Hunter, they have all these great talents, but just I'm sorry, Nico deserves a major, freaking Rain Kerrigan deserve a major. It's just at the end of the day, it's just they want to win a major, and I think once they do, they're gonna retire. Simple has how many
Yep.
majors now? One? Actually, no, he only has one.
yeah. No, yeah, that was his first major. That was all of their first majors.
Yeah. So
Because
in the
the
end,
last three were won by Straws, right?
yeah, no,
Before that, yeah,
yeah, back when 2018 they won the Berlin major, and then that was the end of it.
yeah.
Because Katowice started,
Berlin, then
COVID hit.
yeah, then the two in 2019 they won those as well.
Oh yeah, the thing about it is, back in 2019, you thought Liquid was top of the world, but it's just like you realize they just won IEMs. They really didn't win
Yeah.
majors. They won
Yeah.
trophies.
That's the thing. Is that it's also because of that terrible timing of the player break, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
That it just completely ruined their momentum that they had. And any sort of unpredictable nature
I'm sorry.
in their playbook.
They shouldn't have
What's
picked up Grim. They shouldn't have not picked up Grim. I'm sorry. I like Grim. He's a good player, but no, he was not the move.
It's because Grim didn't really perform because of the role that they put him in to be, you know?
And,
Grim's supposed to be the elite of the team. He's supposed to be the star, you know?
yeah.
But when you have a team, a lineup packed with twists, or you have Naf and Elige, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and Stewie, it's like, where do you put Grim? Like, you need someone to be there to fill in a spot for that supportive role.
Yeah, that's really it. And it, like I said, I think that's when Nitro left. That's when we saw the fall of Liquid, and seeing Stewie and Fallen
Yeah.
leave, it was just like seeing first when you saw Moses leave when he was first
Yeah.
coach, and then he left. It's like even though Adren came back, I'm like, it's not the same Liquid. It's not.
Yeah. Speaking of Liquid and Astralis, that was something to talk about them. I think it's a great storyline with the major that it was Liquid that knocked out Astralis.
Oh hell yeah, that was redemption.
It's just insane that after all of 2019,
yeah.
you know, 2019, 2018, just the story between the two orgs,
Mm-hmm.
slightly different teams in between the years, but it's
The name
still an
still
amazing
represents-
storyline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, storyline wise though, FaZe I think deserves the major. Navi is, I will say this, Navi is coming in as the underdog for once. That's weird to say. People are like, oh, it's FaZe the underdog. No, for real, look at it. FaZe has been dominant this entire year. For
No, yeah.
Na'Vi, for once, they're the underdogs. They're not the top dogs anymore.
Yeah.
Furia's an underdog. I think, who else is an underdog? Because
Like,
Ents. Ents. Actually, let's talk about
Ents has really surprised me.
Oh my gosh,
like,
yeah.
I have been kind of counting Ents out. I didn't think the Ents would be coming in so strong into this. It's just crazy what they're doing over there.
Honestly, Ents was the biggest surprise in all of the major and in all of this whole year. Seeing them come back, rise back up, it's genuinely awesome to see them come back, and it's amazing what they've accomplished for them to
even though. Oh. No, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I just say like for what they've done for that whole name to come back and be like said again, it's surprising. Ents didn't have their glory day until what, 2019? That was their only big thing.
Katowice.
Mm-hmm.
That grand final where they just got stomped by Astralis.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, it's a completely different roster now, but it's still crazy to see what those guys that were at Ents are doing.
Oh yeah, they really.
Out of all the teams in the playoffs, though, for the major, I definitely think Copenhagen Flames are the weakest.
Oh, actually, no. Surprisingly enough, I should have went 0-3 with Renegades. They didn't even show up.
I forgot that Renegades was even in the tournament. To be honest with you, it sucks to see the state of Oceania. I think that's what the region is. It's always struggled, you know. There's at Oceania and Asia, those two regions. They've always there's no top tier international team really.
Well, League of Legends wise, Asia is the only thing that's pretty good, and I know they have League when it comes to League. Asia's on top of that.
League and what's Dota? What for that?
That's
what's
Valve.
The main.
That's Dota too.
No, yeah, but what's the like dominant region for Dota?
Asia.
Asia as well. That's what I was thinking.
Because EG got stomped.
Yeah.
If I remember watching the EG page, it got stomped by the Asia's team. I think it was China's team. One of the two teams. But no, yeah. Honestly, I feel bad for Oceania. They just can't find any players. It's not the fact that, and even then, it's not that they can find players. Anyone can play Counter-Strike. Anyone could be good. It's just coordination. Teams are they've got better preparation. They know their maps. They got they can win duels.
And there's no like that's why NA's been like this is why NA's been dying is because there hasn't been a single international tournament in NA since 2019.
You mean 2018?
Since I think
no
28. I think it was
Chicago.
IEM New York.
Oh yeah,
Chicago.
Chicago. It was Chicago, then IEM New York. The only one that's coming up is IEM Dallas, and that's going to be interesting to see. It's good to be back in the States. I'm actually going to try to get tickets for that. I might not. I might. I may or may not. I might just like watch the whole live stream because I honestly want to see how. Because with Valorant coming up, I want to see how how NA respects Counter-Strike. In my opinion, I think NA should really. A lot of people should focus on IEM Dallas, especially in the esports scene, because Counter-Strike is what made it possible for a lot of these esports.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, it's League, oh, it's Dota. But that's the thing about League and Dota.
Counter-Strike's been there since the 90s, you know?
The thing about Counter-Strike, it's FPS. Yes, you have League, yes, you have Dota, but those are like, if you played World at Warcraft, that's why you love it. But if you loved FPSs, Call of Duty didn't become an esports until Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, for an FPS to be an esports, it was literally Counter-Strike. I remember the good old days of Source. My goodness.
Even then, back then, in the early 2000s, you know, there were still international tournaments.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
There were still pretty big international tournaments. TiVo, MLG, stuff like that.
Yeah, but even then, Counter-Strike was international. Last time I checked, it was Halo that did competitive, but it was only United States.
Yeah, MLG, that... miss MLG, though.
Dude, what happened to that company?
Gotta miss it. They just fell apart. Let me see. I don't know exactly what happened to MLG.
Because that was the one thing I've always like been concerned. When did MLG? After I feel like the only tournament that really MLG did was the Columbus, 2016, and
Yeah.
then they fault. But no, weird stuff. Oh, whoops, mouse. Good thing it doesn't.
I just think they just couldn't keep relevance with all the other competing leagues that were coming up,
Now
especially with Activision with COD making their own league. You know.
yeah. No, you know what I remember. You know what may have killed MLG? Fortnite.
Oh boy, Fortnite! Don't even get me started on that. I I can't play Fortnite. Not a big fan of it, but I will give it respect where it's due. You know,
Yeah,
for how big it made esports.
yeah, it did. It did.
It really popularized it.
Yeah, but then again, it also mislabeled it at the same time. I'm against when it
Yeah.
comes to Fortnite because it made esports sound like, oh, you can just make money off of video games.
Oh yeah.
No. That's where I get frustrated with Fortnite. My biggest problem with Fortnite is this. It it became such a big thing that there were all these news companies decided to make it a negative thing. If you look at like
Yeah.
Counter Strike, you look at Halo. When did you hear news coverage of that stuff? The only time I heard outlets talking about Fortnite, oh, it's a bad game. Kids are playing it more than going to school. Oh, schools are
Yeah.
shutting down a bunch of their laptops because kids are downloading Fortnite on it. Oh, this and that. It's just like that's sad because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
these news outlets just took that and was like, oh, kids are making money now. Oh, look at the World Cup. This Booga made over $1 million. Oh, look at that. Let's cover
That's
this.
yeah. That's the last thing that I've heard, at least
Mm.
for myself. I don't really keep up
Well,
much with Fortnite.
they didn't do any other tournaments after that because after
Yeah, that's
that
like
they couldn't because again all the negative rep they got after it, they couldn't do another World Cup. They literally that's why I'm saying Fortnite. That's why I don't say Fortnite's an esport anymore because yes, you have the tournaments, you have the point system. Yes, you can do this small stuff, but after the World Cup, every other tournament they tried doing flopped. Ninja became irrelevant. Now I see Ninja just playing nothing but yes, he's back on Fortnite, but he lost himself. He went to Valorant.
yeah.
Then he went to League. Yes, he's back on Fortnite, but that's because Fortnite's relevant because they did the no building mode, which if you look at it is the most played mode on Fortnite.
Ninja's been story Ninja's interesting.
It is, and I gotta give him respect. He did work his butt off. But one of the things
Yeah.
I did say is when he grew too big, he sold out.
Yeah. I always think of that the New Year's thing that he did. It's just
Oof.
him dancing up like, come on everybody, let's dance, and it's just like everyone's just standing there as he's just doing some
He was
like
flossing. He was doing the whole
yeah.
floss thing, and it's just like, why? I'm like, that's how you knew. That's what I'm saying. That's where Fortnite failed. These news medias took it too far. They mislabeled esports, and that's not it. I remember back in my high school, back in 2019, I had to argue with parents because they're like, "Oh, are you guys gonna do Fortnite?" No, Fortnite is not an esport. So like, what is? This is. I had to show them old footage of Counter Strike from Source. I had to show them footage from Halo, Call of Duty, and they're like, "Oh, that's Call of Duty." Yes, Call of Duty is an esports because it's not just based off of one person. It's based off of a team effort.
Team. Yeah.
And that's esports. Now, don't get me wrong. Evo fighting games are also, I consider those esports because those take dedication. And even then, at the end
Yeah.
of the day, who can beat the person? One missed button
Yeah.
can label defeat for you and all that stuff. So I consider fighting games an esport as well because that right
Oh yeah,
there
100%.
is challenging. But Fortnite, I give Battle Royales credit. They are now competitive esports. But at the end of the day, though, Fortnite is not an esport. It's just a game now. The reason why
Yeah.
Fortnite's still relevant is because of the stuff they're doing. They have a really good marketing team. They have a really good design team. They know how to keep up to date. I mean, look at it. Look how many skins they've made for content creators. Ali A just got his own fucking skin in the game.
Oh really? I haven't heard Ali A in so long. I haven't heard his name forever.
Dude, I miss old Ali A. I do not like the new Ali A.
Yeah.
I miss watching his Call of Duty videos, especially Call of Duty Ghosts. Those were the good times
Mhm.
where he covered like, oh, this is how you get the Predator skin and all that stuff, and how you go killing as a predator. And it's like, yo, those are awesome. But
Oh, yeah.
the only person that really keeps up with zombies is Mr. Darley JD, but I barely watch him too, because
Yeah.
the newer zombies suck in my opinion. But it's just, I kind of talking about this, it just makes me realize just times have changed a lot, and
Oh, yeah. Games, they're not as good as they used to be. Sure, they look a lot better, but now it's just the quality of them, the stories, stuff like that.
bland.
It sucks.
That's why people
Yeah.
ask me, why do you play Counter Strike? Because it's an OG. It's not Call of
That's
Duty where it's like different modes, all these different guns, but the same story, the same theme. Counter Strike is what it is. It's not trying to be anyone, but itself.
that's why the 2019 Modern Warfare was such a breath of fresh air. At least
Oh,
for me, you know.
oh, it
That
was.
Yeah, because it was the first COD in a long time that had felt like an old COD.
It had
You know,
story.
at least story wise, that campaign is probably one of my favorite campaigns. You know.
Out of all the Call of Duties from ever since Modern Warfare 3, no, actually since Black Ops 2. Actually, no, I say Ghost. I still consider Ghost a good story. Yes, the multiplayer is shit, but that's the sad thing about the Call of Duty community nowadays. They only care about the fucking multiplayer. They never care about the story.
Yeah.
That's why people are like, Black Ops 4 is amazing. Because Black Ops 4 is just multiplayer. How can I play a game?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
not gonna pay $60 for just multiplayer.
No, fuck no. I can just go play fucking
Yeah.
Warzone. Or not Warzone. Yeah, I'll play Warzone.
Yeah, just go play Warzone. It's free.
Exactly.
Sure, it's like 300 gigabytes or however big it is. I don't know exactly. I don't have it downloaded on my computer,
Dude.
because it's so massive.
The new mode with Godzilla and King Kong was a fucking.
Oh, I've seen that.
I heard it was 25 to 35 gigabytes.
Or that?
Because you had to bring in Godzilla and Kong into the thing, then you had to bring in all their animations, all these skins. No.
That's insane. That's a full game right there. That's a full game right there, just and for one mode.
Mm-hmm. Because it was that big of a file. And the sad part about it is they're getting rid of it because it's a limited time only. And in the end, COD, in my opinion, Modern Warfare 2 is going to be a good one. Because it's
I'm excited for that.
It's going to be just like Modern Warfare 2019. Good story. This is a good track for Activision. Bring back good stories. Stop making FPSs competitive. Stop making it. Bring in a good story. They wonder why they're losing to Halo. Why they're losing to Bungie. Because the thing about it is they have good story. Why do you think when Witch Queen came out when Destiny 2 brought out Witch Queen, everyone played it. Everyone and their mom loved it because it was.
Or you were grinding that.
Dude, I was fucking. Yes, I was because
Yeah.
it is story. It is a game based off a story with good bosses, good AIs, good shit. So yeah, I'm gonna play that because there's story behind it. I love my competitive scene, but there's days where I just want to play a game with good story.
Yeah.
It's like at this point, the biggest problem with esports or just gaming in general, the gaming community, it's way too competitive now, and that's where I say that's the problem with franchising. Because of that, everyone and their mom thought they could make easy fucking money. So back to what Twist said, everyone at NA is just trying to make a quick buck. That's why we have so many content creators. That's why we have so many people trying to do all this. But the sad news about it is no one is trying to just generally do it for fun.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot more money that can be made from esports and pumping out a game quickly, you know, than taking years to make a good game.
Exactly. And so that's where I think where COD is failing is they're just too busy trying to make a brand new installation so that people can buy it, get competitive with it, and just be like, oh, I'm the best player in the world. That's why, like I said, the newest COD that came out, Vanguard, I heard the story's terrible. Don't even touch it with a 6-foot pole. And even then, I went into it because that's the fifth World War II story we've covered for Call of Duty. How many more Call of Duties are you going to make about World War II? Bring back Modern Warfare. Finish Ghost.
That's the thing right now.
Fuck Activision. I'll say this. If you're listening to me, Activision, bring back fucking Ghost 2. 2014.
That's the thing right now.
You still left us on a fucking cliffhanger from 2014. Give us something new.
Yeah. It's right now, there's been so many genres that have been done by Call of Duty, by Battlefield, that it's like, where do you go?
That's why
Where do you go?
That's why I love Halo. Fucking Halo
Yeah.
Infinite. Mwah! Masterpiece. Fucking great ass story. Great ass shit. That's why can't Call of Duty do what fucking 343 did? They changed their game without changing the principle of how they play their game.
Yeah.
They made Halo what it is, but they made it open world. Holy shit. 343,
Yeah.
that was the biggest move. That was the ballsiest move you could have done, and you perfected it. That's where I say bring back FPSs with good story, change up the mechanics, change up some shit, but don't lose the basic principles. Call of Duty, you were not a multiplayer game. You were a great FPS game. Stay to that.
Yeah.
But that's my thing when it comes to COD. But I've realized we've strayed from the topic I was gonna go over today. But honestly,
Yeah, we could just hop straight into it. Yeah, I was just about to say, what were we gonna talk about today, mainly?
the main talk for today was actually going to be about our org and the rise of it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
this is where Nike was supposed to pitch into. But honestly, I say let's kind of talk about like how we got brought into it, because I think
Yeah. Let's talk about our player experience, because that was an interesting experience from even before the org was made, back like
tech.
from when we first started making. Yeah, when we put our roster together back in November
Honestly,
2021.
I've been so focused on Forsaken. I'm so glad where we are that I totally forgot where we started. And
Yeah.
dude, I'll just say this: what really made me bring this team together, what really pushed me was I've always loved Counter-Strike. I loved
Yeah.
competing in it. I did it with high school. That finding a league that was like, oh, we play Counter-Strike here was fucking awesome. And I remember one day I was chilling with my ex. We were I'm gonna change that. Please don't watch this, Mel. If you do, please don't roast me. But I'm gonna change that name before she kills me. So you guys all know her. She's in the Discord. She's one of the people that she's in charge of the Instagram Forsaken page. But either or, we're gonna call her Belle for the time being, because she hates when I call her Mel sometimes. But no, but when Belle and I were together and all that stuff, I was just chilling one day in her room, and I saw an Instagram post for like esports, and I was like, yo, competitive COD players, competitive Counter-Strike players, competitive Valorant players needed. And I'm like, yo, this shit legit. She looked at it and was like, you don't
Yeah.
even have a PC. Not yet.
Not yet. You know, it's like you're gonna get it. You're gonna make it happen if you want it. You know.
Oh yeah, and so I joined it, and then afterwards I joined the first team I joined was Indiana Warhawks. I found out it was a whole league, not a team, and I wasn't bitching about it. It was
Yeah.
like something small to start off with. And this league wanted to become something big, and I was like, I respect that. You know, I came from doing high school leagues and all that stuff. So an amateur league, not bad, not a bad place to start. But no, one of the biggest things that I was really proud about is how I was able to bring my high school team into this league. Majority of my guys were just like, oh yeah, let's get back into it. We never finished our high school season because COVID happened. And
Yep, I get that. I get that. That was horrible.
when COVID hit my senior year, it broke me because I created that whole esports club in my thing. I fought teachers. I didn't fight them physically. I kind of had to fight. No, I keep using fight. Argue. I had to argue with a lot of these teachers because some teachers just looked at me like, oh, so you're just video gaming in school? No, it's not about that. It's the whole competition. Us competing against. It's just like football, high school football. Us competing against another school in a fun video game. What's wrong with that? I had so many teachers against that, and so when COVID hit, it ruined our thing. The principal was like, "Oh well, you guys can't come in because of COVID," but then they let the basketball players go in because that's what's making the school known, basketball, because they're almost state champion. It's like, man, you didn't give us a chance. You didn't give us an opportunity. It was bullshit.
Yeah, that's the thing with esports right now in high school, at least. A lot of parents and faculty and staff, they don't see esports as a path for people, as a path for students, path for success. because like when I was playing, I a couple of schools had reached out to me for like about seeing about playing for the team and even like scholarship offers, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's like there's scholarships that you can get to, and some schools even offer full rides for them.
Oh yeah.
No,
One school that
like,
I got in contact with was a school in Alaska. They hit me up saying, "Oh,
mhm.
we accept Counter-Strike players." I'm like, "Yo, full-time call?" But my dad kind of kicked that dream out. He was like, "You're not getting a PC," and it's like, the fuck.
Yeah. Like the only reason why I didn't do that route is because I didn't all of them were like on the East Coast.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I didn't want to leave California. I love California too much. It's and my girlfriend and I really recently had started dating around that time, you know.
Okay.
So it's like I didn't want to do long distance to be like stuff like that. It's
Not worth it, guys. Not worth
not
it.
unless you have someone that's gonna be there for you
Unless you
that
got one.
you know.
Unless you got one of these.
Unless you got a ring. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a...
Oh my god.
That's funny, but no, yeah, definitely, I hear you on that one. It also one of
Yeah.
the biggest things was is it was so brand new too. It wasn't even guaranteed. Yes, you had these people telling you it was. It was still a scary route because it's like, are you sure about this? That was one of the biggest
Yeah.
reasons why my dad said no, because he's like, I've never heard of that. Oh, I don't trust that. And it's like, yeah, I haven't either, but it's something new. We can't be afraid of the new. But yeah, no, so the high school pretty much shut down the whole club, and the sad part about it, we had a parent donate $1,000 to our
Oh yeah.
club, who paid for our entire team's entry into like the National High School Esports League, and it was just
Yeah.
sad that her $1,000 was wasted. And what the school did though, was the sad part about it is the school we had like 800, no, we had $300 remaining. The school took it and didn't
Yeah.
reimburse us or the parent,
That's crazy.
and we're there
Similar
like,
situation.
we're like, what the fuck?
Similar situation would happen with my my school's club. Um they didn't disband the team because the club because the teacher he's a computer science teacher and he loves that kind of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
He's a gamer. So he really fought for that, and he even fought for it to be like brought in the level of other sports like football, stuff like that out of the school, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gotten to that point, but we had made all our payments. We had done a bunch of fundraising to get computers for the team. COVID happened right after we got them,
Yeah.
and it sucks because like we never got to use them. Like, sure, they're still using them now, but for
Probably.
those,
Probably for like after school program shit.
yeah, no, they I think they actually do play in person in a room that they have set up for them specifically.
Oh, that's cool. I remember the principal was telling me we should do like a whole take the computers we have because we had like 30 of them. Omen i7 processor PCs with fucking great ass graphics card. I forgot they were, but he was like, we should just move them to the gym and do like a in school tournament. And I'm there like,
Uh-huh.
so bring in.
That sounds dope.
That does sound dope, but the problem was COVID hit.
Yeah.
We had a whole plan. We had a whole thing. The principal was gonna support us, but then COVID hit. It's just like, fuck. But
Yeah, like I would have loved to have because other schools in my area also had teams, and I would have loved to make a sort of like league within like just the schools surround like area like around my area, you know.
yeah, there's a
But
California
that-
league.
Oh yeah, there's a California league. There's a crap ton of high school leagues.
Oh yeah. Well, Tech is one of them, but
Yeah.
But back
Yeah,
to
Tech. That's yeah. Let's get back to Tech.
Yeah,
man.
I'm about to say I've been back to
That-
Tech though, but yeah, after
That's an interesting thing.
after I brought my high school buddies into the thing, Indiana Warhawks, we placed second in their fourth season for Counter-Strike and all that stuff. Wasn't bad, but the problem was I ran into a bit of a wall. The management wanted me to become the AGM because I was good at communicating with people. One of the guys who I'm friends with now to this day, him and I didn't see eye to eye when we first met, and he made a lot of problems for me. And he apologized to him. I respect him for that. But when I first met him, he was calling me names. I reported him, but I ended up getting the shorthand saying, "Oh, you can't handle it," because there was a guy who just he liked being superior over everyone, over the management, and he would throw you under the bus just to keep him safe. And that's where I ended up leaving IW, and then I ended up moving to which was a bad fucking transaction. They literally, the GM for Indiana Warhawks literally made it where I wasn't able to be AGM for the new team because he reported me saying, "Oh, he doesn't communicate. He's toxic. He's not friendly. He doesn't respect leadership." And it's like, I don't respect leadership because my Counter-Strike team at first wanted to come with me, but he personally messaged my buddies, my high school teammates, and they're like, "Oh, he's trying to poach you guys. He's trying to take you guys away. He doesn't understand what he's doing." And he pretty much told them like, "Oh, transitioning would be a pain in the butt." I transitioned just like that to Utica.
Oh yeah.
And then it was just ugly, and I hated it. And the sad thing about it is my high school buddies were still friends, but a lot of trust was lost because they ended up staying with IW, and it just hurt. It hurt because it's like, these were your classmates, these were people you went to school with. You thought they would have your back, but
no, yeah, it's stuff like that's always gonna be pretty nasty, especially when managers like that, GMs are being petty like that.
Oh yeah.
But it led to a good place.
Oh yeah, because
it led to a good place.
I end up
to an amazing roster right now.
I end up meeting a wild pesto over here.
We had, how many months it take for us to get the roster, at least the main roster.
So you and I
got right now.
I believe you and I met in
November.
Earlier. We met October time.
Earlier?
October. It was between.
You're right.
I think it was September. Yeah, it was September.
Yeah. So, all right. I pulled it up right here. September 9th, 2021. That's when I first messaged you off of Team. After you DM'd me on Team Find.
Yeah. And then from there it was a start, but we struggled to. The roster we had, we had so many people join, because I had so many people like, "Oh, I'm interested in joining tech." They didn't commit. And the sad thing about it is, going back to what we mentioned earlier in the podcast, NA players, they're not willing to commit to a work ethic. And I'm not saying dedicate Counter-Strike to. It's just, in the end, if you want to become a pro, if you want to make this team go, we have to put in the practice. And a lot of guys fought for that. I remember having K-Molt. I thought he was going to
K-Molt's, he just wanted to play. That's all he wanted to do. He didn't want to compete much. I remember that for that tryout that I did with him when you weren't able to make it.
Yeah.
Like, he was fragging, but he was using like a P90. He was running and gunning the entire time.
Yeah.
He was going off on his own, and not like.
Then who else did we have after
not
that?
sticking with the team.
Nope.
We had right here. We had Kid. That was interesting. IGL.
He doesn't play Counter-Strike anymore. He plays
really
Siege. Him and his buddies went to All Siege because they ended up doing a tournament and they got wrecked. I had him on a friend. I had him on friends on on Steam and all that stuff, and I saw he would like play Counter-Strike. And then out of nowhere, just the next day, he stopped playing Counter-Strike and just said Siege. And then their Discord I was in before I left, I read messages that they just stopped. A lot of their buddies quit. They said their Counter-Strike's a dead game in their opinion, but I'm there like, it just sounds like you guys just quit because you guys got stomped.
Counter-Strike's a hard game.
Oh yeah.
Like, in my opinion, Counter-Strike is one of the hardest games.
Oh yeah, but that's what makes
to master.
But that's what makes it so fucking fun, is because it's a challenge. It's not always guaranteed.
Yeah. And like stuff like that challenge of getting a team together, getting practice, everyone keeping up on their stuff. That's kind of
what really saved
motivations.
Us when we got Snow and when we got Quack. That's what really turned it up.
Oh yeah. Especially after that Fallout where literally we're getting ready for practice, we're getting ready to play a couple games, with the roster. Then it's just like, I'm leaving. Yeah. I'm done. The entire roster left in one day.
Mm-hmm. And then
we're just stuck there. We're just like, what do we do? Like, I guess we just got to restart now.
I remember that day because we were about to play a Mirage map. Kid messaged me.
Yeah.
His friend messaged me. Chico messaged me saying they don't want to do it anymore. And I felt defeated. I felt like I wanted to quit there. I genuinely did. I was just like...
What's fun is I remember we were... it wasn't a Mirage. It was a nuke map. Nuke match. We were in the middle of doing a trial with someone.
Oh, yeah.
We were in the middle of doing a trial with someone, and then you get those messages.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like... it's like...
I gave up. I gave up at that point because it's just like, what the fuck? But, you know, after once we got Snow and Quack, that's when things definitely turned up. That's when we end up getting Spud. That's when we end up meeting Jason. And then the funny part about it is...
This was all before Forsaken as well.
No, this was when we were going to be Utica. This was when we had a roster for Tech, and that everyone in Tech, the 5 teams that had Counter-Strike rosters, wanted to take us on because they're like, oh, we want to see Nerd back again. A lot of these teams knew me. They wanted to be like, oh, we want to see Nerd's new team. IW was so fucking pissed that I was able to make a new roster. That their GM was trying to tell Josh, because I ended up talking to Josh about it. He was telling me that IW flopped because they only cared about winning, and they didn't. Yummy was always saying, oh, you guys can beat everyone. You guys can beat everyone. Beat everyone. Beat everyone. Beat everyone. Never, like, anything inspirational. He was just saying, like, oh, beat them. Kind of, like, embarrass them in a way. Like, I get the confidence, but it's just like, yeah. And then when he heard about when I made the roster, and he kind of contacted me saying, oh, so you have a new roster now? I'm like, yeah, I worked my butt off. Got a new roster. We had Mason. We had that Bronzy kid, but he never showed up.
Yeah.
We had Monarch.
That's...
Ooh,
Monarch was... like... I give credit to him. He really did try to get better, you know?
Yeah, he did.
It's just...
He did.
Yeah, he improved so much. But it was... Yeah, he wasn't really able to keep up. It sucks to say, like...
Yeah.
That's the thing about making rosters and teams, is that you kind of have to, if you want to succeed, you have to put
effort,
egos, and what is it, personal relationships aside. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's definitely. And then from there, I remember that's when we got the news, when we had Monarch, Mason, you, me, Spud, Quack, Jason, and Snow. That's when we're like, okay, cool, we're gonna be Tech, we're good. Then after, when the season's over and the new season was supposed to start, we ended up getting Moses too. I remember that.
Yeah.
Because Moses left IW because the whole IW roster flopped. Then Yummy contacted me saying, oh, can I get some help with players? And that's when I start the whole freaking recruiting.
Yeah, that was interesting time. I remember when we played one of those one of those teams. I remember we just absolutely stomped them.
Oh.
After that, they were like, yeah, I'm done. I need to go grind so much more. I need to play more. Like,
so there was about 6 of them that were down to play and all that stuff. And then that's when we got Cheddar. That's when we got Ched.
Yeah. That's him. Right. We got Ched from that.
And and then some of the teams were kind of pissed. It was like, oh, you took Ched. Well, no one was talking to Ched.
Like, don't get pissed off if we're taking players from that league that we made for everyone.
Yeah, we made that whole recruiting for everyone. And then when Tech found out I did all that recruiting, they were pissed. They were like, oh, we have the Prospect League. You're not doing shit about it. Why don't you take control of it?
Like, there was literally nothing being done. Like, they said that there's a Prospect League. There wasn't even a league going on for Counter-Strike at the time. There was no games being played. They didn't even try and make any sort of, like, mini tournaments for us, you know?
They just went with Halo and said, oh, bye, everyone.
Yeah, bye. Thankfully, that's where our amazing GM for Utica at the time, Nike, are now
our amazing CEO.
Our amazing owner, CEO of Forsaken, came in. Saved us.
I remember that though. I remember he messaged me one day saying, I'm done with Utica, I'm leaving on. They're like, oh, so who's gonna be the new AGM? You are. Oh shit.
Yeah, that was that was interesting. Just, you put in so much work for that, for it just to fall apart.
And
be kicked out.
Dude, that's where it pissed me off too, when Seth made the move to just delete everything. I was just like, wow, well, that's it in the end. And then that was just it. Tech's fall was just pitiful because in the end, you knew he pretty much used all the money that Tech was earning
Yeah.
just to start a Pennsylvania league. That still goes
Yeah.
on to this day, but the sad thing about it, nothing's amateur. It's all high school. And the only
Yeah.
way you can play in that league is if you're a high school student. Yes, they're doing successful, but
Like-
the only tournaments they run are Halo and Rocket League. Or not Halo, Valorant and Rocket League.
You know, that's the thing. It's karma. You know, it'll come back to him. It'll.
Actually, I'm hearing it's not, again, he only has like 8 high schools that want to compete in it.
Really?
Every other high school is traditional. They don't believe in esports.
Mm-hmm.
He only has like a county signed, I believe. But again, I haven't kept up with Tech because again, they've kept a lot of their stuff secretive. They've only focused on their high school league. I've heard a lot of people got fired, a lot of people left, and the people that did remain with Tech, I think I'm in their new Discord. It's called Future Gaming. They're doing better. They actually have Apex tournaments going on. They have Valorant tournaments going on. They have Halo tournaments going on, and they have I think Overwatch tournaments going on. I don't know. I haven't kept track of them, but they're doing a lot better now. I just don't want a part of that anymore because at the end of the day, that kind of showed me that I don't want to be. I wanted to be a part of a Counter-Strike team, not a league. And the sad thing about it is, I feel like I wasted a good year for that. I wasted a solid year trying to work with that league as much as possible, trying to just play impossible. And do I regret it? No. Do I feel like it was a waste? Yes. Doesn't mean that there's a difference between regret and feeling like a waste.
Yeah. I feel like there's definitely a lot of things that can be taken out of that experience, you know?
Which
managing a team, managing an org.
And that's where I feel like, but that's where it also made me realize I just want to be a captain of a team. I just want to manage a team.
Yeah.
I don't want to manage an org. I do not want to step in that position. Do I make my opinions known when it comes to management? Yes, because I think one of the biggest things that management needs to understand is listen to your players. You got to understand your players are the ones putting in the effort for these games. If you listen to your players and get their idea about this, then I think you'll be a great leader because you're a leader that listens to players, not just simply make decisions whenever the fuck you feel like it.
Yeah, that's where Nike has been absolutely amazing. He has listened to us, you know? He's been there for our team since we got together, you know?
Yeah, no, since Utica.
He's been very supportive. Even now, he's gone out and gotten us coaches, you know? Helped us with that.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Coach, the funny thing about it is our coaches, they came from the actual Tech, the Future Gaming. I got in contact with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where I found our coaches, Jay and Chris. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Chris is actually coming back in. He actually wants to play a bit.
I saw in the chat about when you guys were talking about that game, your next match.
Chris says if he has to play, he'll play, and I don't think that's not against the rules. He's paid for. He can play.
Yeah.
I say for now, yeah, he can play, but if we get into the pro areas, then yeah, he has to coach. But no, he's honestly a great coach. He actually does point out a lot. After I Am Dallas, it really pointed out a lot of our mistakes. And like I said, the team now, I love where we are. Yes, we took an L recently, but I think we can get back up. I just think right now our work motives are a little off right now, but we have been working our asses off. We were 6-0, but because we worked our asses off. I hope today though we do get a practice in. I won't be able to attend it, but so as a couple guys, but definitely, I just think once we have a really good practice. Tomorrow's game is going to change a lot. We're going to pop out better. And even then, I'll say this. If we do take a loss, we just got to be like, hey, we just got to work hard now. It just shows we got to practice. We got to show up. In the end of the day, though, my goal for ESEA Open is get out of Open. I want to be an intermediate. I want to be an intermediate. I'll say this. After this season is over, I will definitely be a full player because funny thing about it is I'm moving to Virginia.
Yeah, I heard.
When I move, my wife and I both agreed. She knows I love doing this. She knows that I've been wanting to do this. She says, do it full time. The only thing she asks is definitely get a job though, where if you can possibly help with like some furniture, which I am. I'm gonna get a job, but I'm gonna go full time. I'm gonna go full time playing because right now, what's stopping me is I just have bad internet. I really have bad internet, and it's not against my family. I love my family. It's not that. It's just that there's so many people in the house. And so many things that are connected to the internet. It's like, for me to play Counter-Strike, I'll have my good matches. And when I do, it's matches that I feel like I could do in the pro. And I'll say this. I have proven it to the team. I can pull my weight. Look at the overpass match 4. I popped off. Holy cow! Snow was like, they were telling me laptop gamer, but it's like, no, I I can back up my talk, but at the same time though, I got to give it to this team. This team has molded me to the player I am. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be where I am now. So
No, yeah, even I, like, sure, at the end, the last months, I was struggling with just personal form, with my form.
yeah,
But it made me so much better player. It like, I gained a completely different viewpoint on how to play the game.
mm-hmm. It's no
Because
longer
for years, all I've done is just matchmaking, just
yeah.
solo queuing, screwing around with some friends.
And now it's like I have more of a like when I play Facets now I'm trying to play at a level where I can be consistent. If I'm going to do this play, I need to be consistent with my shots because at the end of the day, it's win or lose. And yes, I'm not saying there are some games I just mess around. I just have fun. But there are some games where I'm like, hey, I need to take in fact that I need to work on my train of thought. This is because if I go into an actual ESA match, I'm not just pugging, I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to win a rank. So it's yeah. At the end of the day, though, this team has changed me for the better, and this team is something I'm not. And like I said, when it comes to you guys, if you guys have something personal, let me know because I understand that completely. Do I ask that not to leave the team? Yeah, don't leave the team because in the end, we have a spot for you. You have worked. Each and every one of you has made a point. That's where when Ched put out the message where he was just feeling down about it, I'm like, no, take your time, take a break. This is why we have the numbers because at the end of the day, you will have your moment to shine. I honestly, Ched right now he's going through a lot with schooling. I want him to focus on that.
Yeah.
Do your schooling, my dude. You're able to practice with us. You were able to play with us, and guess what? You did. You actually got us where we were. The practices you attended gave us an idea of where we need to be. So when a match comes up and you want to come and play it, I say fuck yeah, I'm gonna give it to you, Ched. Play this game. Because I know you could be a fucking beast at this. That goes for you too, Pest. I know one thing for sure. You are one of the best support players I've seen on the team. Everyone's a fragger. Quackle's an opper. Mose is a fragger. But if there's someone for util, it's you. I know when you can drop down util for us. Like I remember the matches we used to play with Dylan before he joined the team. You and I on fucking Vertigo, we'd hold down the shit out of that A ramp because you were throwing the util down. I was able to get majority of those frags because of those utils you threw. So, everyone in the team has their position. Everyone in the team has their spot. And so, if you got to take some time for your life, go for it. I'm going to let you know right now, after this, right now, I'm not going to be competing because I have personal stuff. But am I still going to make part for the team? Yes, because I want to make sure the team is doing right. I'm making sure the team is staying focused. Yes, I have played some games, and I'm proud to play some of those games. I'm glad that my efforts led to a win. And that's all that matters. In the end, one thing I do like what Snow says is let's have fun. Competing is fun. We just love the reason why we love competing in Counter-Strike is because we find the competitive aspect fun. And that at the end of the day, that is what we as Forsaken. That's why I love Forsaken because Forsaken is what that's exactly what it stands for. We love the competition. We love to compete. That's what Forsaken really is about.
Like you just gotta you got to keep the love in the game for it, You got to keep the fun there, the enjoyment for it. You can't look at it as a task to do.
No. Honestly, that's what killed it for me for tech. That's how it made me feel. It was like an obligation. But now, more than ever, it's a hobby of mine. It's a passionate hobby for mine, and that's how I'm gonna keep it. Especially when
like all of that. Keeping the enjoyment for you, keeping up your form, really comes back to all of the support that the team has.
We have so much.
Nike really helping out with a lot of stuff that the players don't have to worry about.
Oh yeah.
Getting into tournaments, paying for the league.
Oh yeah, that is
finding coaches to be able to get players into a better spot. So that way they aren't having to think for themselves, not think for themselves, but
stress about like where's this team gonna go?
Yeah, stress about where's this team gonna go, and finding holes in their gameplay.
Oh yeah, no.
being able to improve because it's so difficult. That's why I was struggling a lot at the end because I was watching demos, my own demos. I was spending hours grinding out my aim labs, aim training
Yeah, I
nades,
saw you on
figuring
them.
out different areas like where I can improve. And it's just like there was I didn't really have a specific path really to improve,
Mhm.
But with coaching, that helps you guys out so much. It
Oh
helps
yeah.
you guys figure that out.
Oh yeah, and I'll say this: when you do want to come back to the competitive scene, especially if you do it today's practice, if that's up to you, I'll let you know. Chris has made it known where our mistakes are, and that's where I want. That's where I also brought in the
Yeah.
coaches because I don't want Snow. One thing I want Snow to do is I want him to IGL, but I don't want him to worry about our mistakes all the time because that's what the coach is for. The coaches are help the players that are struggling. Snow, I want Snow to
Mhm.
lead us and focus on leading us. And again, Snow has done a fucking amazing job. If there's anyone I give it to, it's
Yeah.
Snow. He has led this
Oh
team
yeah.
to victory. His shit's spot on. And honestly, I gotta thank the man. And I'll say this: he's the man that represents Forsaken on our team because he actually has the
Oh
jersey.
yeah.
Have you seen his?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the jersey, the sweater,
the
the
joggers.
joggers look amazing.
Oh, dude, I'm buying one. But the thing about it is, when I move, I'm buying one because even though hopefully we might be getting a new company where we'll get our stuff from, I still want to get one from
Yeah.
Threadflies because I just like that design. Because I know if we move to another company, they're gonna change our design up a bit. But that's not fine.
Oh
That's not
yeah.
bad. I want to have something from the OG days. I want to have like a Forsaken jersey for like, hey, this is when we first started, and then compared to a jersey we'll have 2 years from now.
No, yeah, I kind of want to even though I haven't played any of the league games, I still want to get one just to kind of have to remember, you know?
I'll say this, like I said, just because you haven't played any of the league games doesn't mean you've put effort into the team.
No,
That's
yeah.
where like I
Yeah.
said, the day you want to come back, compete. Like I said, you
Yeah.
tomorrow if you want to pop off, definitely come in.
Yeah.
If you want, like I said, tomorrow our match. Right now the roster is a little jumbled because right now Dylan is out because Chad's out for school. Dylan's out because he has something personal going on. Snow's gonna be there. Moses is gonna be there. Quack's gonna be there,
Yeah.
and I think that's four of them. Right? No, that's three of them. Spud's gonna be there, but I don't know if Jason's gonna be there, and I don't know if Ben's gonna be there.
Mhm.
So if you could definitely pop back in, if you want to get a practice in, go
Yeah.
for it. The team that we're going against is. Let me check their record. Actually, I don't know their record,
Thing
but
is, I literally haven't played Counter Strike. Like, sure, I hopped on the other day just doing some deathmatch, but that was because I was hell bored.
hey, no, I hear you, man.
But like,
This might UCA open up.
I haven't played any actual Counter Strike
Okay.
since like in a month, more than a month.
Uh,
It's like, let's see. Uh,
UCA.
now you guys are 6-1.
Oh no, oh, I'm closing everything. I'm touching stuff. Not what I meant to do. Yeah, we're 6-1 right now, but again,
Yeah, you guys are
we just got to stay on top of it.
Desert Elite, and they are 7-0 right now.
Yeah, they are, well, if you look at a lot of their wins, though, a lot of their wins have been forfeit. So,
Yeah, so there's not much from that.
but even then, they're still a top team. So the goal is for that team is again.
I actually only have one fortunate win.
Oh, they do. Okay, so they actually.
Yeah.
So
16-5, 16-1, 16-8, 16-5, 16-1.
hopefully.
The last was 16-10.
Oh yeah, the roster for that one I'm hoping is gonna be Snow, Spud, Jason, Quack, and Moses. That's the roster I'm hoping for. Because tomorrow I also have something pre-planned as well. So if I have to play, I might have to stay and all stuff. I'll see what's up. I'll see what happens. If anything, I might. Do I know anyone with a good PC? I may or may not. I'll see how it goes because tomorrow I didn't make plans about it. We could go to do something. So again, that's hopefully the roster. But again, I think Ben or Jason will be able to pop up. If Ben hasn't, he's new to the team still. But Jason, I know Jason will probably show up because he's been itching for to play a game. He's been out on the live streams lately, so I hope Jason pops up on that one. But that's pretty much the goal. But yeah, that's the goal right now is just get out of the open. That's where I'm saying is.
Yeah.
Even if we take dubs, I'll say this: the season is literally 10 games, and then whatever place you are, if you're in the top 25, you go into the playoffs. Or I think it's 16. I forgot what it is. But either or, as long as we have a positive record by the end of the season and we make it to playoffs, I'm fine with that. Let's get the losses out of the way. It gives us a feel, but let's keep going. And actually, nope, correction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We played 7. Yeah, 12 games. Never mind. I'll say this.
Right.
10-2. If we beat 10-2 by the end of the season, I'll be damn fucking proud of that. If we're even
Yeah.
better than that, I'll even be proud of that at that point, because at the end of the day, I wanted the other team to get out open. We get out open, guess what? We make it to intermediate. We see where our mistakes were, and we actually do take a good 2-week rest, but then we hit it back with the boot camp. Because at the end of the day, we can't just simply be like, oh, well, we'll just take a long breather. No, we got to hit this hard. If we want to make this to the pros, we got to, again, as Twist says, NA's problem is it doesn't have a good work ethic. And at the end of the day, he's right. So, honestly, yeah, that's the origin for the Counter-Strike team and how we became Forsaken.
Yeah.
I wish the other people, like the COD players, would be here, but I know they're busy right now. A lot of them are busy because they're warming up for a major tournament. They're in a big, I believe the one they're in a big tournament. It's East, West, and Central Conference one, and whoever wins they're pretty much what we're doing. They're in the COD ESEA. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, they're doing something big. So big hope for them, but yeah. I think right now one of the biggest things that I enjoy about Forsaken is it gives us the freedom to be players.
Yeah.
Did it take a little bit of work? Yes, but at the time I feel like right now we're at a good spot where we can just focus on being players. We don't have to worry about how we're going to pay for this. We don't have to worry about, we need to figure out this. No, we have a great management and we have people. We're getting numbers. And I see by the end of this year, Forsaken can be something. I say for Counter-Strike, our goal for Counter-Strike is to get into the advanced tournament.
There's even besides just the rosters, for the games that we're playing, and there's even still a lot there's still so much room for growth in the org, for the org itself. Popularity, just tension for it.
Oh yeah. We have mad potential. So
yeah, I think are there content creators really for the team? Org?
Nero.
Yeah.
Nero. He's been content creating, I know that. I've been doing a little bit of content creating, but again, my main focus is Counter-Strike, so I'll try to be content creative for Forsaken, but my main point is I just do content, though, just to show off my skills.
Yeah.
It's fun to live stream Counter-Strike games.
I kind of want to get into streaming, YouTube videos, stuff like that, content creation side. I think would be pretty cool. Because I know Nike, at one point, said that he wants to grow the org to be that, on the level of 100 Thieves, FaZe, stuff like that,
Yeah.
It could be pretty cool to be able to do some stuff, whether it be community nights or whatever, with content creation side. Do games of 10 mans, within the org itself.
Yeah.
You take 2 players from the actual team, from the actual CS:GO team, and have 4 players, 4 people from the community, and just have them go at it,
No, that actually sounds like a good idea.
Have 8 random people from the team, from whether it be from COD or from other, just within the community itself.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a fun idea. Just do a Forsaken YouTube 2v2 Moses Nerd versus Quack and Spud Wingman on Inferno.
Oh yeah, stuff like that I can help out with.
Oh yeah.
It's not that hard. I literally set up the way my OBS is set up for to be able to play the games and record the Discord separately and my voice separately. And so that way I can overlay that in demos, in fragment stuff like that.
Oh, nice. That's actually pretty damn cool.
Yeah. But even just having a bot to be able to record the audio, the voices, and just have that.
It's awesome.
But have content creators make videos off of those events,
Yeah. That'd be really cool. Oh, nice.
There goes Nike.
But Nah, that's pretty much the origin for the Counter Strike team. It took almost pretty much a half a year to get where,
Yeah.
yeah, half a year to
Get
get
to
where
this
we are.
point.
Which I'm
Yeah.
proud. It was a struggle. It was a pain in the
Oh
ass,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, we made it through. And honestly, I couldn't be more proud of where we are. Right now, we're just
Testament to just persevering through all of it.
honestly, that's what I'm saying. I can be, even though I'm not playing majority of these games, I'm just proud that I was able to. This is my team.
Build this. Yeah, this is your project. You put it all together.
I put so much effort in it, but I'm proud.
Yeah.
Every of the guys, even like I said, even if we go through, even when we take our L's, I'm proud because
Yeah.
again, we have our W's, we have our L's. One thing I've told the team multiple times: we will lose, but we will win.
Yeah.
We just got to put the effort in, and so at the end of the day, welcome to esports, baby. Welcome to Counter Strike.
Yep. It's not an easy thing to get through to make it in esports.
We
Not at
got
all.
this. We got this. As long as Forsaken's living, we're Forsaken, baby. We are Forsaken.
Yep.
But honestly, though, yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to bring up, or?
Nah, I'm good. I think we did a pretty good.
Hell of a
An hour and a half podcast.
Hell yeah, baby, we did it. Episode 3
did
of
it.
the podcast. Even though episode 2 was a fluke, I'm still calling this episode 3 because, for research purposes, I don't know what I was going with. But alrighty, that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining the episode 3 of the Forsaken podcast. Again, we'll be live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. With some interesting conversations. Again, this is my main man over here. My thumb is pointing the right direction. Yeah, main man over here, Pesto. And yeah, I'm your host, Nerd and all that stuff. Nerd Ski. Actually, I'm no longer a nerd. I'm Nerd Ski. Get that right, people. Pleasure doing the podcast with you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Peace.
Peace.